Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So in today's video we're going to analyze some pairs right here, and one of the pairs we're going to be looking at is this one on the screen right now. This is jump 100 index. All right, so if you go to the daily time frame, first of all you look at the trend of the market. Then from what we have here on this on our screen, you can see that on the daily time frame we have a change of character already. So the market actually pulled back. The current day's candlestick is creating a kind of a pullback, so it can continue with the buys. That's what we can see there. And on this same daily time frame, we can spot that there was a breakout. There was a breakout here at this point where the market never came back to do a proper retest. There was a breakout here. Okay, so we will expect the market to possibly come to that level before it continues with the buys. Come to the zone before it continues with the buys. But nevertheless, let's go to the 4 hourly time frame. Let's go to the 4 hourly time frame. On this 4 hourly time frame, you can see the zone we marked earlier. This is the zone we marked earlier, and in fact it's very perfect because it's actually a fair value gap. You see the market created a fair value gap here on the 4 hourly time frame before it bought massively to the high where it is selling from currently. All right, so at this point we are now trying to see how. Let's use the Fibonacci retracement tool. Let's get the Fib tool. All right, and then mark from here to here. You can see where the golden zone is. Our golden zone is way above the zone we marked on the daily time frame. Our golden zone is somewhere here, and I would want to refine it to this. Okay, now when you have situations like this, you may be confused on what is actually going to work out. You don't know what's going to work out because the market can decide not to get to any of these zones, and the market can even just decide to buy from where it currently is, because there's a zone right here. If you look closely, there's another zone somewhere here where the market broke out and never retested. Look closely, you'll find that okay, there was no retest after we had a breakout here. So the market is literally retesting this zone and may decide to continue the buys from here. All right, but since we really want the market to come down here so that we can look for buys, meaning we should be careful with taking any trade around where the current price is. All right, so if the market is going to buy from here, then it should be that we've seen something that is so convincing, like we see a confirmation that tells us, okay, the market is ready to buy from here before we take any entry from this zone. We had a previous buy activity around the same zone, as you can see from this level here. So, and some nice sells from this same level. So the market can possibly buy again from this level. But based on what we have on the daily time frame, we are expecting the market to get down to this zone before it buys, and we have a fair value gap here that can possibly drag the market down to this level. So what I want us to do is to just keep an eye on how the market reacts around here. All right, so but if the market comes down, to this zone right here, one moment guys, let me get this outline. Okay, good. So if the market comes down, does not give us any confirmation that it's going to buy from here, then we should expect the market to come down to this level here. And as the market comes down to this level, then you take a buy from here and you make so much profit. You make some good profit. Even trading from here to this high here is enough to give some reasonable profit. All right, with the minimum lot size, which is 0.1, you take an entry from here. You get your entry from here, you make something very reasonable. If you can hold the trade up to this is about $35. Jump 100 index minimum lot size, you're making $35 is massive. And if you can hold the trade, if you can have multiple positions or increase your lot size, you know you make so much profit with this setup. So I want you guys to just keep an eye on the chart. Just look at what the market does around here. Go to a lower time frame, spot it. If the market starts consolidating around here, then maybe on a lower time frame you spot a change of character. You may just decide to understand the market to possibly buy. All right, but also understand that even if when the market buys on that 4 hourly time frame, there is a zone that was, if you look, let's go to the 1 hourly time frame. I've seen something. You can see there was a zone here on this 1 hourly time frame that was broken and the market never retested yet. So it means if the market is rejecting from this zone, buying from this zone, it might get here to complete the head and shoulders pattern or retest this zone. this is neckline, then it will then come down this time around, get to this zone. So just keep an eye on it. You have to be, I don't know how to put it, whenever you're analyzing the market, always look for, have a plan B. Always look for alternatives in case the market does this or does not do this. We should expect this. You understand? Have a plan B. If the market buys from here, expect it to possibly come to get to here, then reverse. But if the market doesn't buy from here, like there's no confirmation to take a buy from here, then wait for the market to come down to this level. There's a very big likelihood that on getting here, if you buy and it starts buying here, it's going to be massive. Remember, always remember what you have on the higher time frame. It is very important. The higher time frame structure is what you're supposed to follow to really understand what the market is willing to do or ready to do. Okay, so that's it for this particular pair. Let's go to the next pair. The next pair we're going to be looking at is which pair? That's step 200 index. All right, step 200 index is looking very good and looks like it's going to be giving some nice profits anytime soon. All right, so right here on this time frame, what we can see looks like an import, a kind of a corrective move. That's what it looks like. Okay, looks like a corrective move on this daily time frame. Let's see, but I do not really trust what I'm seeing right here. So I want to go to 4 hourly time frame to confirm the structure we have there, because based on what we have here, we had a break of structure previously. As you can see, even on this 4 hourly time frame, daily time frame, we have a break of structure here, and then the market is selling back to a very strong support area. So there's a chance it can still buy from this same zone. So let's just keep going. Let's go to the 4 hourly time frame, guys. All right, so on the 4 hourly time frame, you can see that the market is actually at a zone where it can buy massively. Okay, so all we have to do now is to, mark this zone clearly. Let's just mark this zone. Okay, let's mark this zone. There is another block here. As you can see, there is another block, so the market may respect the other block zone. All right, or the market may want to really come down to where we have this buy, where the market actually bought previously, which is around this same level like this. Okay, so all we have to do now is to wait, because the market is actually where it can buy from. So all we have to do is to wait. Go to more lower time frames. As the market gets into this zone, go to a much lower time frame. I always keep advising you guys always try to go to a much lower time frame. You will spot when the market is ready to take the move. You can go to as low as the 5 minutes time frame, even the 1 minute time frame. All right, just be careful. The basic thing is understand how to read market structure. As long as you understand how to read the market structure, then you do not have a problem. All right, although it's not perfect, but trust me that you stand a chance of making profit most of the time. All right, so as you can see, the market is very close to where it can possibly buy from. So once it gets there, you keep on going to lower time frames, like the 1 hourly time frame. You can go to the 1 hourly time frame to check. You can see the impulsive sales towards that same zone. Although when you see this kind of sales, guys, this kind of sales always indicates, this kind of movements sometimes indicates the market may not possibly change direction any that is so easily. Changing of direction may be difficult for the market because it's just selling impulsively. It's not creating lower highs and lower lows. Like on this time frame, we can't find that. If you go to the 15 minutes time frame, we can still find lower highs and lower lows. All right, so we go down to the 5 minutes time frame too. Can you spot lower highs and lower lows? It is not still clear. So all we have to do is just take the 1 minute time frame too. Can we spot lower highs and lower lows on the 1 minute time frame? Very clear. So for that reason, you would go down to the 1 minute time frame, look for a change of character. All right, you just look for a change of character. Once you see it, then you work on that. All right, I won't say much about this, but if you understand market structure, you know what to do once you spot this kind of structure in the market. So once there's a change of character, you wait for a pullback, you take your entry, then be careful of where your TP is. Mind you, this 1 minute time frame is just this change of character is on the 1 minute time frame, and you're looking at a 4 hourly time frame structure. But trust me, there's a very high chance you will make so much profit on this pair. All right, so if your entry is, let's say, somewhere here, and then your TP is here, this is over $100 with the minimum lot size. Over $100, just put it here. This joke, even if you're taking a profit here, is about $100. $100 with the minimum lot size, and you are very good to go. Imagine you have more than one position. Depending on your account size, the pair is a bit volatile, but not that much. It can still give you something reasonable. All right. So that is it for this particular pair. And also, you have to take note of one thing. As you're looking at this structure, you see the whole structure looks like it's going to sell to the downside, like it's going to sell much later based on what we have here. On the daily time frame, you can see this impulsive sell. Then the market tried to be creating higher highs and higher lows till it got here. So now there's a chance the market can also sell from this level, from this can also break below this zone. So if the market breaks and closes below this zone, then we should be looking out for sales. All right, we should be looking out for sales. All right, then if you're looking out for the sales, we are expecting it to sell down to this level. We are expecting it to sell down even beyond this level here. That is very possible. So just keep an eye on what happens around here. Don't be quick to take any entry. And one more thing too, before I even forget, the market on getting to this zone, it can buy to where I showed you, which is somewhere around here. This can happen about 2 times before the market decides to sell. This can happen about 2 times before the market decides to sell. I may not be able to explain why why I'm saying that, but just keep an eye on this particular pair and watch. I mean, the market might, on getting to this zone, can buy to this level, come back again to this same zone, buys again to this level before it sells, then maybe a little, then finally it sells massively, retests this zone, continues with the sales. Just keep an eye on it. So whenever the market gets to this zone, like what it's doing here, gives you a confirmation, take an entry, buy to this zone and stay out first. Then if it possibly sells back to this same zone and gives you opportunity to buy, take another buy, but just keep watching. Meanwhile, you make some good profit because the pair can give some good profit if you take a good entry too. All right, so the last pair we're going to be looking at is Volatility 10 Index, and this is the pair I analyzed some time ago. All right, so I noticed that the market had gotten to where we expected. If you could remember, we saw this market somewhere around this level. We saw this market somewhere around this level some time ago. This was last week, I guess. Then we expected the market to sell back to this zone before we take massive buys. As you can see, the market got to this zone and now it's rejected. So right now, you can't just take an entry on this pair. The first thing we'd want to do is to bring in a trend line to notice that you see the market has created a trend here. There's a little bearish trend here, and this particular bearish trend is preparing the market for a buy. If you understand the continuation setup, you will know what I'm talking about. All right, you can see the market did an impulsive buy from here down to this level, then it started making these corrective moves. So meaning we are expecting the market to do what? To buy massively. That's what we are expecting, but the market seems not to be fully ready for the buys because of what we have. If you look closely, we have there's a consolidation right now. The market is consolidating, and if you understand that, after when the market wants to move massively, most times it usually consolidates first to gather momentum. After gathering the momentum through consolidation, it moves, does a little retest, then moves massively. So you can see that we have rejections. It is where we have a zone. So for that reason, if the market finally breaks above this zone, watch what I'm doing here. This is the zone. If the market is able to break and close above this zone that we have marked, then all we have to do now is to wait for a retest on this same zone. Let the market come back and retest this zone. Maybe with just one candlestick, the market retest this zone. You can take a buy from here. Set your stop loss just below the zone, and you see there is a chance you'll make so much profit. With the minimum lot size, which is 0.5, or the last time I traded this place was 1.5. So with the minimum lot size, which is 0.5, let's say you take an entry somewhere here after a retest, then your stop loss is going to be, let's say if it is 10, but I know when by the time I go to a much lower time frame, I won't be risking 10 for just 1.5. I'll be risking much lower than that. Just holding a trade to this high, you're making about $85. This with 1.5. If you divide that by 3, you know what you'll be making with the minimum lot size. With the minimum lot size, you should be making about $27 or so, $28, I think. Then, so imagine you hold a trade up to this level here. This is so much profit, guys. So much profit. Over $35 per position, or $38 or 37. All right. So all you have to do is just follow The no, it's over $40 because 120 will be 40, so 140 will be, okay, I see over $40 profit, very close to $50 profit with minimum lot size. So imagine this happens, or this can happen. You can make this profit if you're so determined to make it. If you so decide to make it, you'll make it. All you have to do is to just follow the instructions, wait for the market to break and close above this zone and retest it, enter the position, enter the trade with minimum lot size, and risk. Maybe you can risk, let's say, $3. Allow the trade to run. The only thing you can do maybe to stay till the market gets to the high we just shown you. I just showed you, is by maybe vary your stop loss, keep on moving your stop loss till the market gets there. All right. So that is it for this particular video. Meanwhile, guys, the November mentorship batch, I am thinking of teaching just boom and crash, a very simple way of trading boom and crash, basically trading the spikes and also scalping, and yeah, trading against the spikes. But I'll be really focusing on trading the spikes. That is what I'm thinking of focusing on in the November mentorship batch. And with trading spikes, there is a very high chance of making some good profits, and it is not difficult. It's very simple. All right, so the registration is still ongoing. Do yourself a favor, because I will soon increase the price. I do not want too many people. All right, so do yourself a favor. Click on the link in the description of this video. It takes you to my Telegram channel. From there, you're going to see my direct contact, or reach out to me on WhatsApp or on Telegram. I prefer WhatsApp, is a bit faster. So once you reach out to me, you get the details of the registration, and then you go on with the registration. All right, so, and it won't be staying long. The registration won't last long. Try as much as you can to do the registration, or reach out to me for any further inquiry. Meanwhile, like this video, share it in the comment section, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed and peace out.